All right, guys, here we go. Ankle mobility. You're going to take a weight and come into a low lunge position. Slowly, you're going to start to bring your knee past your ankle with the weight on top. You want to feel absolutely no pain, just a really good stretch in your ankle. You're going to do this a few times, going back and forth. Once you get about as far as you can, see if you can tuck your back toe and bring your back knee off the ground. You want to hold here and just breathe for as long as possible. After a few tries, see if your ankle mobility is better. Next, you're going to take a chair, or I'm using a kettlebell here. Your feet are a little bit wider than hip width, and you're just going to try and squat down as far as possible, getting your knee to come forward of your ankle. Do as many as you can without pain. Next, we're working the front of that shin bone, the tibialis anterior. You're going to point and extend. So point as hard as you can and then extend your toes back towards your shins. You're going to feel a nice burn in the front of that shin bone there. Next, you guys, you can come into a forward fold here. Same thing, working the tibialis anterior. You're just going to lift your toes up and place them down on the floor. This can be done with a chair or a kettlebell. If you've ever rolled your ankle, you know how painful it can be. This exercise is great to really strengthen those ankles. So inversion and eversion of the feet, do as many as you can until it burns. Continuing to work that ankle mobility, go ahead and come down into this modified squat. You can hold on to a kettlebell like I'm doing here, or a chair. If you want to add a little bit of balance, go ahead and hold that weight right by your chest there and lift up onto your toes to strengthen your calves. Continuing to work that ankle mobility, grab a chair or a kettlebell and see if you can bring one knee past your ankle as you lower the other knee down towards the floor. You're going to do this a few times until it gets better and better. I promise with practice, you're going to have awesome ankle mobility. This one is more challenging than it looks. I'm using a 12-pound kettlebell here. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a resistance band. You're just going to lean back and lift and lower. Hello, hip flexors. Next, we have our hip mobility. So beginner start here, just trying to get your knees touch the ground with the soles of the feet together. Once you're able to do that, grab a weight, hold it right by your chest and do the same thing. We want to make sure that we have really good hip and ankle mobility before we move on. This next one is not for the faint of heart. It is advanced. So once you have really good flexibility, you can hold a kettlebell or a weight out in front and see if you can balance on the sides of your feet. Start by just lifting and lowering. Remember to avoid pain and just work at your own pace. Don't forget to like and comment for more.